Geography Unit 3 Term 3 Natural Hazards Understanding of Disaster Management in Practice. So in this lesson we will see what is disaster and all that. And you can see in the headlines and often in the paper, newspaper, then the TV, all these disasters happening. So we are going to learn about it in detail in this chapter. So, what is a natural hazard? What is a disaster? What is disaster management? So, we are going to look into this. First, what is a natural hazard? It is a dangerous phenomenon, that is a substance, human activity, or condition that may cause loss of life, injury, health impacts, property damage, loss of livelihoods, services, social and economic disruption, or environmental damage. So they are classified, that is, you can see it gives a huge loss to the society. It is called a hazard. So it's a difficult situation which erupts, that is, it abruptly stops all the activity of a human being, like an economic downfall. Then you see the environmental damage caused because of this. So we can generally classify natural hazards into two broad categories: geophysical and biological. A disaster can be generally defined as a serious disruption in the society, causing widespread material, economic, social, or environmental losses which exceed the ability of the affected society to cope using its own resources. So, in generally, when we see it causes loss of life, injury, disease, and other negative effects on human, physical, mental, and social well being. So, these are called disasters. So, when we often hear about disaster, we understand that it is a great or a very big hazard. Generally, two types of disasters are there: natural disaster and man-made disaster. So, first one we are going to see is earthquake. So, it's a natural disaster and it is a earthquake. It's a sudden movement or trembling of the earth crust is called as earthquake. So, the movement of the tectonic plates, mass wasting of landslides, then surface fault, etc. So these causes earthquake. So due to a strong earthquake, loss of lives, buildings, roads, bridges and dams are damaged. Earthquake causes floods, tsunamis, roads are damaged, then water supplies break down, electrical lines damaged. So it may change the course of a river too. So such a great damages are caused because of earthquake. So it's a very big natural disaster. Next one is tsunami. So tsunami is an earthquake jolts the ocean floor. So in the ocean, when an earthquake creates, it's called a tsunami. So the sudden dislocation of the seabed occurs, and the resulting displacement of water can produce one or more huge destructive waves, known collectively as a tsunami. The sea waves rise to several meters and may reach the coast within a few minutes. It causes flooding and disrupts transportation, power communication, and water supply. Next, floods. Sudden overflow of water in a large amount caused due to heavy rainfall, cyclone, melting of snow, tsunami, or a dam burst. So, its effects are loss of life and property, displacement of people, spread of contagious diseases such as cholera and malaria, etc. So all waterborne diseases. So it takes huge impact on the life of the people. Next type of natural disaster is cyclone. So a low pressure area which is encircled by high pressure wind is called a cyclone. So effects of a cyclone, when we see, means the main effects are of tropical cyclone include heavy rain, strong wind, large storm. It surges near landfall and tornadoes. So severe cyclonic storms cause great damage to the country. So this cyclone, flood, and tsunami, these are all some of the natural disasters. So children, in the next class we will see about man-made disasters. Hope you understood what are natural disasters. Thank you.